This is going to be a little bit different from anything that I've ever done before because it has very little to do with new rock other than a very specific tie-in to this song. More about that here in just a moment. In a very few short days, we will mark the 10-year anniversary of the terrorist attack on our country. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to share with some of you my own September 11th story. It's not a very high profile story. It's nothing that you're ever going to see or hear about on the news, but it's my story. On the morning of September 11th, at the very moment that the first plane hit the first building, I was in an airport, of all places, getting ready to board a plane. And not just any airport, mind you, I was in Chicago O'Hare. My wife had been in Chicago for a business conference that was going that whole week. I came up to be with her for the weekend, and we had a great weekend in Chicago. We partied it up, we danced, we ate some great meals, and just the whole thing. And I was scheduled to go back home on the very first plane Tuesday morning. And usually when I first check into an airport, the first thing I like to do is sit down and watch CNN headline news. But the terminal, the TV screen was turned off. So I figured, okay, I'll just go down to the next one and watch it there. I had some time to kill. Well, I noticed that all the TV screens were turned off. And still not thinking anything of it, I just thought, well, what the heck, I'll just take my seat and wait to board the plane. And then came to find out that all the planes were being grounded. Still not thinking anything of it. I thought maybe something was going on in the airport. The way I found out was the people sitting next to me started getting calls on their cellular phones from the outside to tell them what was going on. Instinctively, I knew I had to get out of there. So I looked at my watch, I walked very fast, and I grabbed the first cab back to the hotel. I think I was about 3 minutes ahead of everybody else, and I just barely beat the traffic behind me. Because of the fact that my wife was staying up there the whole week, that means that I automatically had a room to stay in. Took the cab, got back to the hotel, walked into the lobby, and they had the giant screen, and I, for the first time, saw for the first time the footage as it was happening. My wife met me in the lobby, and we couldn't believe it. And then we hugged, and then we cried, and that was a very long and difficult day. And we promised ourselves that we would never forget what just happened. We also extended that promise to all of you, even in advance. And I'm here to tell you that 10 years later, we have not forgotten. And we will never forget. When Escape the Fate came through town earlier this year, and they played this song, Craig had some comments going into it, and they dedicated this song to all of our armed forces and all of our soldiers in all of our branches of the armed forces. And he had some comments that I found to be very thoughtful from him and very supportive from him and heartfelt. And you know, for all the reasons that I already like this band, for all the things that they're about, their politics and all that is really not something that they talk about a great deal. And their love of country may not be something that they ever put right out there in front of their audience, but you know what? They don't have to. If you follow their music, if you have ever seen their shows, and most especially if you've ever been fortunate enough to meet them in person, you know, you get it. You get that they love this country, and their love for our country comes across in everything they do. In case you're wondering, what do I do? Well, the usual. I do what I can. I try to help out where I can as much as I can. I try to keep things where they need to be. And I try to keep them moving closer to where they should be. And oh yeah, there is this one other thing. I do feel a very high responsibility as an American to speak out and stand up and support free expression anywhere, in any shape, in any form, in any color. And that also means that I will stand up and support it anywhere I see it come under attack. And I don't plan on stopping that anytime soon. I want to thank all of you for watching. Long live rock and roll. And God bless the United States of America. I'll see you next time.